So a lot of her modern combos require full input.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten through them yet,
Mm.
and they're satisfying to practice.
Yes. The thing about like classic that is kind of it's the thing I find satisfying about fight. Like there is the initial hurdle of being able to actually do the physical aspect of the game, right?
Mm.
I know in the past we compared it to music,
Yeah.
but I also like the comparison to sports, right? Where it's like you can play pickup basketball even if you suck at basketball.
Yeah.
But the amount of enjoyment you get out of it from being able to have the stamina and being able to pass to your teammates versus like you can actually hit shots reliably, your enjoyment goes way up, right? Because you get to participate more. And that's kind of the way fighting games are. It's like every time you develop a new skill, you're able to participate more in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So the thing about Elena is her fucking anti-air. The down heavy is so fucking nasty. Like, I am so safe. It is ridiculous. I feel like it's in the air for 10 years and like they never get
do you want to
anywhere. Oh my
do you want to
god.
set up a custom room so we can do a training custom thing?
Yeah, let me just I'm just warming up with the combo trials again.
Yeah, 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 for sure. It's fine. I can look at my students' emails or lack thereof. They're all really nice, actually. I was like, I have COVID. I don't think I can do stuff this week. People were like, yeah, don't worry about it. I was like, oh, look
I
at
mean, you
them.
are the cool prof.
I do my level best to be the cool professor. Although apparently, I might be the cool prof, but I'm not the swole prof.
You're never gonna let that go.
I never. It's so funny to me that like I could let it go, but I think it's funnier to hang on to it. That's one of those things where like I I'm not mad about it anymore. It's just really funny to me.
Oh, I always forget this one's a cross up.
All right, have people gotten first, so I can
Not yet.
hop in and oh, not yet. All
I
right.
mean, you can still hop in. You just can't redeem first if you
Oh,
don't
there's a
want it.
redemption thing. I don't know how
Yeah,
joystick works.
it's not
I've watched
joystick.
like
It's
one.
Twitch.
It's Twitch. We're on
Yeah.
Twitch. Uh-oh. I should hush my still beating heart. I thought you were gonna. Free marketing. Uh, there's more where that came from. All right. I don't think I can even do that.
The stanky leg cracks me up
This,
every
yeah.
time.
You're gonna be doing a lot of the stanky leg. I've been watching for not for my benefit, but also yours, I guess. I've been watching some high level Elena.
An opening. It's amazing having an actual drive rush that, like, goes somewhere.
I love her drive rush because she just fucking like gremlins at you.
I love the
It's just like-
Beyblade. I don't know what this is for. I haven't read it yet,
Okay.
but I love
yeah.
it. I know that exiting it with different moves does different things, but I feel like every time anybody saw me go into that animation, they just fucking hit me. It's not very safe.
No, it goes. So the primary thing is you can go through projectiles, and then the primary use that I see for it is using it for so basically it's just for certain follow-ups to different sequences or like Oki. So it's not a neutral thing unless you're trying to bypass projectiles.
Oh wow, I did that one first try? Holy shit.
Look at you.
I'm getting better. Oh, I don't remember this one. I know I've made it to the advanced before, so I've done this one, but I don't remember it. Almost. There we go. Alright, back to advanced. This I could not figure out.
Oh. This one messed me up a little bit too, and then I watched and watching this actually helped because they do something that is not in the input thing.
So is that
So the reason why the spin scythe thing works for this combo is because they're airborne when it hits them.
why is it down back? That's the question I have is like that seems to do the same thing as that. So why is it telling me that to hold down back?
Well, some inputs are for like I don't know. That's a weird modern thing, I guess, because like down back. Oh, down back because it should give you a different ender.
Looks the same. It also is reading the input as the same. If you see success down special, even though I'm holding down back.
I mean, if down works, then no need to worry about it.
All right, I'll just ignore that it says down back and see if that clears it up.
So here's the thing that that you're missing.
Mm-hmm.
After you DI, you're just immediately going into auto medium.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's what it says.
Oh,
But
they
watch
move
the
a little
example
bit.
again. They dash. After you hit that, you have to dash. And the reason why you have to dash is because it puts them in the air. So basically,
You have to get
once you hit,
closer, yeah.
well, it's not about closer actually. So if you notice in the animation, uh, so if you go back into like manual control, this is actually something that a couple characters have. It's kind of interesting. If you notice in Ryu's animation, after you hit him with the DI, he like crumples to his knees and then falls down.
Oh.
If you hit him, like there's a window of time where if you hit them, you see how he like flies back up into the air. Normally, if you just hit them, they'll stay grounded. But if you let them crumple a little bit, the hit will actually pop them up into the air, and that's important for some combos.
Oh. Yeah, that definitely looks different.
Yep, that's you should be able to do it now.
That is actually probably also with the one Manon combo that I like really struggle with to do first try every time. I think there's a little dash in there or a little movement that they don't notate.
Yeah, some combos have that little movement. It's always in advanced. For as far as I can tell, all the ones that try to do it's in advance, they have a little thing where it's like the character dashes forward, or they like walk forward for just an instance, or they like start out with a different spacing. Yeah, so that's the big thing. So technically speaking, for this combo, you don't have to dash, but the reason they do, and this is just like good practice,
Auto
is that like
timing.
yeah, auto timing. You got it.
I don't know anything. Like I understand auto timing as a concept. I have literally zero auto timed things in my repertoire.
That's what we're gonna do today.
All right.
I'm gonna show you the simple way to do it. It involves math, but you do raids, you'll be fine. Alright, man, I have to pee. I've had to pee like 8 times today. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back.
Okay. I also found out I can hold the auto through that DI, which helps. Spread button I don't have to press in the middle of the combo. Yeah, honestly, with how much manual input there is in these combos, I might as well be playing Classic. Though I don't know if it'd be as easy to Beyblade in Classic. I feel like this might be a little bit more difficult to do. I'll drink some more of my coffee.
Alright, I'm back. So what's going on?
Still, Okay, we'll come back to the advanced combos. Okay, I'll go open a training lobby. Battle slot 4 training. Okay. Should be up password 0420.
Yeet. Oh right. It's the day.
The day?
It's Fight Club.
Oh yeah, Gandhi and Daryl are
Yeah,
fighting.
I just noticed there were 2 rooms. I was like, I have 2 rooms with friends. Manon.
Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Oops.
Yeah. I'll let you fix that. So, I can show you, since you've got this guy. I mean, I can hop in at some point for stuff, but if you go to the menu, yeah.
When we were fucking around with things before, let me show you something. I need to know how to fix it. Oh, never mind. He's not doing it anymore. He oh, because I probably because I reinstalled. But there was I had whatever I had recorded was stuck and I could not figure out how to turn it off, and he was just spazzing out. He was just like walking back and forth and like okay.
You can always
I'm
set it
ready.
to combo practice. Combo practice turns everything off.
Yeah. But it was also like if I ever wanted to use that anti-air practice, I didn't know how to fix it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so the thing you're talking about is like auto time setups. So, right, it's like, how do I keep up pressure? How do I start learning how to like string together my offense?
Mm-hmm.
Because for the most part, uh, you've done playing against you on Manon, you have some things that you've kind of figured out. On
But
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
yeah, what do I do after I get him knocked down? So, one of the easiest ways to keep your offense going is meaties. And figuring out how to get those set up with frame kills and everything is not actually that complicated.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way, or a good example of this sort of thing, is like, what do you do on a throw? Right? Assuming you just throw them. And
Oh, that puts me really far away.
yes, sure, throws. It's intended to be that way. So after you throw him, don't hit any buttons. Just hang out. So you can look at the bottom there, and what you see is you have 24 frames of advance. Well, now it's gone.
No, it's
so here's how you
24 frames advantage, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see I'm at that distance. I have 24 frames, right? And so like and you can do this for any time you get a knockdown with any common sequence, right? Like if you hit him with a DP or you do your the spinny thing or any of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your goal is to try and figure out, can I hit them while they're getting up? And so the objective, right, is to find a way to have an active hitbox on them on like frame 24, basically.
Yeah.
So
I've just been manually timing my back heavy on Manon because I know it has a lot of active frames, and I've just been like manually timing that for meaties, and that's the only meaties I get.
Yeah, that requires a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
right? So the first thing that is worth keeping in mind is like, how far does your dash go, and how many frames does it take? That's like step one, is figuring out like how that works. Um, so and drive rush is weird. Drive rush is weird because acting out of it as soon as possible is kind of tight.
Mm-hmm.
But one way you can tell if it works is, so here's the thing that you can do to like sort of practice
Mm-hmm.
and test things out. So if you go into the settings for what your buddy here is gonna do, what your little
Okay.
training dummy is gonna do.
Dummy settings.
Yep. Um, let's go have a look. Uh, block after first hit is good. Um, generally, people are going to. So if you go down to the very bottom, there's recovery. So generally speaking, people are going to recover backwards.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot in
Yeah,
high as in higher level play, and I definitely
yes,
don't do that.
it's important actually. The more I do it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is really important, because if you don't do it, there's a lot of meaty setups that are way more dangerous if you recover in place. It's part of why the corner is
Yeah,
so dangerous.
my back heavy meaty, if they recover backward, it misses.
Yep, you just whiffed. So that's step one. Now the next thing you want to do is, I think I, I will come. I'm gonna come back to this room. I'm gonna go into training mode so that I can actually get through this more quickly. Because if I'm watching the stream, there's a delay, and it'll just like waste time. So I'm gonna hop into training mode, and I'll be able to help find the settings for you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, uh, okay. So you're gonna go to reversal settings.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a couple different. You can sort of. There's three different options. There's wake up reversal, block reversal, reversal after damage.
Mm-hmm.
Just wake up. The thing that we're gonna work on today is wake up reversal. So
Okay.
you'll select it, and you're gonna pick an action for them to take on wake up.
Okay.
You're generally the best way to test your media options is have them do the fastest thing they can do. And I think
So light punch or crouching light punch.
crouching light punch or light punch is usually right. It depends on the character. So like, I think Ryu has a 4-frame crouching light punch. So, yep. So that's on. So anytime you get a knockdown, he's gonna wake up, and the first thing he's gonna do on the first possible frame is crouching light punch.
Okay.
And so this is how you get your meaty set up, right? Is that if he does that, you'll know that your meaty works because you'll counter hit them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and if whatever you're doing is too slow, they'll probably hit you.
Okay.
And so it's a really good way to check and see, like, what are my options? Like, what sort of things can I do? So, for example, your throw leaves you plus 24. And how fast is your dash? So if you go, you've got all your settings on, so you'll be able to see it, right?
Regular dash is 20 frames.
Okay, so that means if you dash, you're gonna have you're plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to put a button on him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're plus 4. So his crouching light punch is going to be active. So you just do some math, right? It's like, I have 4 extra frames. If I have an 8-frame button, I can hit that and we'll trade. And usually that's okay, right? Because like an 8-frame move is going to be like stronger anyway, and you can sometimes convert off that. But that's way too hard. Better to find, do you have a good 7-frame move that you can hit him with after a dash? So you just look around for your buttons and see if you can find a good 7-frame move that'll reach him.
I mean, we've got an 8-frame on the medium.
Yeah, so I would like trade. I should switch to Elena. it's tricky because I think now you should have options for more stuff. Um. Oh, I do not want modern Elena. Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh, there we go. The beginning of my heavy combo is a 6 frame. I don't know.
The
I don't think I have that access to that unless it's auto, but I can do that. Okay.
It's interesting because that's her medium kick. So yeah. So if we.
Okay.
So if that's fast enough. Yeah. So there, you got the counter hit. So that's just one thing that you can do, right? It's like after a throw, you know, you can just dash and hit medium kick, and you can.
And I get into that
whatever.
combo immediately. That's ridiculous. Okay.
Yep. So that's a meaty setup. Now.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Yes. That's the power of auto timing. So the other thing that you can do is so like I don't have this hotkey set up. Like maybe some point when I come over to visit, we can get you all your hotkeys set up and we can figure out how to best map them. But like there's a hotkey that basically lets you turn on or off all of the reversal settings that you have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back into reversal settings, you just turn it off. What you can also do is, let's say I dash up and I hit medium kick, and he blocks it.
Mm-hmm.
I can then see what sort of situation am I in. Because that lets me know like what should I do after that.
So then I would turn up this other slot, and then I go to common actions, normal moves.
Do nothing will just. I think do nothing is just block because he's set to block after first hit. Yeah, so he just blocks sometimes. Perfect.
I feel like knowing that one thing is going to skyrocket me in ranked.
Yeah. So I'm testing this as well. So here's what happens. So if he wakes up and blocks and you've hit medium kick, you are +1. So it is plus on block. Which means sort of what you'd want to check is, so what do I do after that? So like, let me checking this out. None of your lights will hit him because of the pushback on the medium kick. Neither will that. But if you move forward just a hair, that light kick hits him, which is nice. I don't think that combos into anything though. Maybe? Oh, it does. Combos into Rhino Horn. Nice.
Oh, right. I was gonna change. How do I change her voice settings?
Well, you're gonna change it to
French.
You could do that in options. There's an option to like change voices for all the characters and stuff. I don't remember exactly where, but we can go find it. So now you know, right? After a throw in the corner, that's what I can do. Now, let's say that you're not in the corner, right? Let me see. I gotta set this guy to back roll.
That is so nasty.
Yeah. So that's a nice, easy thing. The other thing so basically the way that I did this was for Blanca, I just found like how am I usually ending a sequence? So like for your auto combos, for example, reset to mid screen and just you hit him with the whatever your light auto combo is. I just want to see what that looks like for Elena. And then after you finish the combo, don't do anything.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Yeah. Turn off his wake up option, because then we can see the actual frame advantage, because you see if he rolls back and hits the button, it looks like you're plus 37, but you're actually plus 22. So in reversal settings, you just turn off crouching light punch. Yeah. Okay, so here you're plus 23, so you're really far away after the light combo.
Yeah.
So you probably can't really pursue, but you can at least get an idea of like what you can do, right? So like if you dash up, for example, you can get an idea about like how far away you're going to be. Or drive rush is a good example. So if you turn back on light punch, you'll be able to see if I drive rush and use a button, will I win, lose, etc. Because the big thing is like, can you even reach him with anything after a drive rush?
I can get to the heavy combo.
Yeah, so that's on punish counter. So it looks like if you do that, it'll catch the recovery frames. But you might get intercepted by a longer, stronger button. So the other thing you can do, like generally speaking for characters, Ryu's not a bad option because he has good buttons. So it saves all of your training settings. So if you go into reversals and like the wake up reversal stuff, you can just set a bunch of different buttons and then just turn them on and off to check different things. Like what if he wakes up with overdrive DP? What if he wakes up with crouching medium? Like crouching medium punch is another good button for him. So you can just set a bunch of different ones and check it out, right? Test it out and see how it works.
Okay, so it does not beat crouching.
That was the wrong. You did OD Hadoken, which by the way, don't worry, I do that all the time. I don't pick the Dragon Punch. I pick this fucking dumb shit. Shoryuken is the DP.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. When Alex comes back, I'm back on. Oh yeah, did you see the new characters, Prof?
I did.
Are you excited for any of them?
Favorite. Alex is sweet.
What does he do?
He's a grappler. Kind of.
I like grapplers.
He's not. I mean, I feel like someone who likes Alex is going to be like, what do you mean he's a grappler? He does a bunch of. Well, I don't know. I have not played Alex in the previous games, so I can't really speak to it. But from everything I can tell, he looks kind of like a brawler and a grappler. Probably more of a brawler, honestly. But he's fun. Like, a lot of people like him, and I like him as a character, too. Let's put it this way. Sagat is going to be a fucking nightmare. He is traditionally a very strong character. With a very powerful zoning game and big fucking buttons. And then Sea Viper I love her. She's wonderful. All I will say is, mom super spy / assassin character. She has a bunch of gadgets and gizmos. And she'll fit into this game perfectly with all the drive mechanics. Like she's sort of famously like a mix-up character with lots of tricky options and the sort of stuff that I think would be really fun.
Okay. Yeah, Elena is literally the first character since Manon that I was like, wait, this is kind of clicking. Everything else that I tried felt so weird and just not right, yeah. But Elena feels right.
Yeah. So, this is where like I can like now that you have the basic understanding of how these different like wake up things work, this is where we can this is where I can hop out and hop into the training room with you, because then it's nice because this can sort of show you like the power of the online training mode stuff, where it's like you can just sit down with people and like mash a bunch of different situations, and you see how annoying it can be to like set everything up. Like when you're with somebody, you can just ask them to do things.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, can you just wake up with can you just wake up DP? Can you just wake up with, you know, this button? Can you jump at me using this attack, right? Like, and I am perfectly happy to do that because like this is what I do with Daryl all the time. This is how I help him beat Gandhi up. Okay.
I still am so just like this heavy kick is the jumping heavy is egregious.
It is a wild button, and it has a really funny property. That is probably not a big deal at your level. No offense, but like, so if you hit that button, wait, why are you on Manon? What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
You should be able to. I think you can just
I'm
change. Actually, no,
looking.
it's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't think it works.
Okay, let me back out.
Yeah, I have to leave too, unfortunately.
Battle settings.
Yeah.
Elena.
Oh, I think you wait. Go back to that really quick. I think you can update character settings. In the battle settings thing, I think you could go update your language.
Oh.
I think. I'm not sure.
No, I
No,
think I know where to do it. I think I have to be in
Yeah.
the main menu.
Okay, we don't worry about it for right now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming. And people be like, why are you getting coaching from a gold Blanca? Well,
Because you don't play ranked.
because I don't play ranked. Because I know way more than. All right, so here's the sort of thing. Like, so to give you an example of like, you can just hang out for a second. I can sort of show you my idea, right? So like, if I'm playing Blanca, what situations do I normally end up in? I end up in like, oh, I need to know what to do after a throw. I should know what to do after a sweep, or after a slide, right? And all of these need to go turn on the frame meter.
Oh.
Hold on.
Why are
Yeah,
they
screen
suddenly
display.
not here?
It just does that when you have a match with somebody else. It's annoying. And I'll turn on both players.
Basic settings, environment settings, screen display settings.
Yeah. There you go. There's some other stuff here that's like maybe useful. Yeah, okay, you've got all the stuff. All right, cool. So like, for example, so now I think you're the top button. I can check in a second. So I'm the top
Actually,
bar.
I'm gonna turn off the virtual controller. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So also, by the way, on the knockdown, do you know how to back wake up?
Can you knock me down? I think I do.
Yeah,
Is that it?
Just mash buttons.
I have to press 2 buttons.
Yeah. If when I get knocked down, I literally just am like, just mash all the buttons and it works. So to figure out like the different situations. So for example, after this, I can see I am plus 35. So I need to figure out like what is my timing so that I can make sure I'm like mediating you. So for example, dash is 19 frames. My overhead is 20, so that's 39 frames. So if I do that sequence, and then like throw out a button, I know that I can get a meaty. And all that you want to basically do is like, what do my normal knockdowns look like? And what are my auto time setups? So like, I have the most obnoxious one that I do, that I've been working on doing a lot more often. So after I get this, and I get that roll, I'm right on top of you, which means if you wake up hitting a button, well, not after the fucking knees, but yeah, if you wake up, if you wake up trying to hit a button, you get hit by the knees, and that goes into this, which goes into this, and I can just keep doing that over and over again. It's just double knees into medium this, over and over and over.
And whenever I get scared out of lane, I just stand at the corner and stanky leg.
Then you get hit. Oh, actually, there's a safe jump for that, but yeah, it's beside the point. So yeah, that is by the way, that is a good ass button.
It is so minus. Oh, it's
But
only
it doesn't
minus
matter.
4 if it's blocked, I guess.
Yeah, and like, like realistically, I can't hit you with anything. Like this is a really far jab, and I can't fucking hit you.
And then can you let it hit you for a second? I just wanna yeah, there's like a big follow up, and then I have 40 frame disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
After that knockdown.
Let's do that sequence, yeah. Okay. So if you don't want to spend bar, 40 frames. What's your dash again? Your forward
20.
dash? 20? So yeah, I mean, if you... So how close are you after a single dash? This matters. So after you do that sequence... the heavy sequence, yeah. So you're right there. And now it's just like, what button do I want to throw out? Because you're very... Like, you're +6.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
medium.
So, do you have... If you press medium while crouching, do you get crouching medium, or do you get the standing
I get
one?
that.
Ah, fuck. That's not the button we want. How do we access...
This one?
That one. Yes, that's the button.
That's the my auto combo. Beginning of my auto combo.
So that fucking button is criminal. It is so far and so fast. And look at
and
the
it's cancelable.
Yeah, exactly. Like it is really, really annoying. So if we do that sequence again and you get the knockdown and you dash and you immediately hit that.
Almost.
Like if I do anything, I get fucking... Well, I might.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's try it again. I'll hit a crouching button. Ah, yeah. Let's try it again. Okay, so the first one whiffs, which is because it does too much startup. So I guess if you double dash, you are 0 in my face. So you could just press a
block.
Well, so if you do that whole sequence and then you double dash and then hit a light, at very worst you'll trade. Not that one though. That's a 5-frame light. You want your 4-frame light, which is the stanky leg. Remember how I said you're gonna do a lot of stanky leg? That's why.
Yeah, this is my actual jab. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the jab that you want to be using a lot of times. Now.
That takes. Look at your drive gauge when you block that.
Yep.
That is nasty.
But yeah, you really don't want to. So. Oh.
Oops. So what I want to do, actually, can you whiff a ball again? I want to try something.
Oh, so if I do like the, sorry, if I. Oh yeah, you don't want to double dash because
I didn't mean to double dash. Yeah.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect. Here, I'll.
Oop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'd probably. So if you see someone whiff this shit, her best starter is heavy Lynx tail. That's the spinning one on the ground. It's the special. Which special? No.
That one?
No.
Beyblade?
No, it's the heel kick. The spinning heel kick that she does.
That?
Man, she has 2 spinning heel kicks, so that doesn't help. Fuck. It's the one where she spins around and around and she hits multiple times.
Oh.
Yeah, the kicks that you're... Wait, which one is it?
I don't...
Am I
having...
Is it one that she has to do manually? I want to say it's quarter circle back kick or something.
Yeah. That's a manual one, yeah.
Yeah, so that is in one of her combo trials. That's like the starter they use to whiff like. So like if you get like a DI crumple or something, or they like do this, that is the one that like you can get really big conversions off of.
And it looks like I can also cancel off of the end of that.
Yeah. So the thing that, if I recall correctly, with that one, after the second kick, you can do follow-ups. So you don't have to do all 3 of the kicks. I wish I could remember how she does that, though, because I've only played through her combo trials once or twice. But yeah, but we don't have to worry about all that fancy shit, right? Like, as all the content creators say, you can get all the fucking way up to, like, diamond by just having like 2 combos and an anti-air.
Oh, can I
So-
look something up really quick about my...
I'll be a dummy. You look some stuff up, and I'm gonna go pee again. As I said, I might be pregnant. That's the only explanation.
Ah, command list. There it is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's how I get the healing. Okay. Oh, I can press the down button at any point during that. I don't have to hold it the whole time. Advantage 29.
I heard you say I have 29 frames of advantage, and I was like, yes, good. All right, so your light auto combo doesn't leave you very far. What's your medium auto combo?
That's it without the special at the end.
Oh my god, 42 frames. Do you know what this... I don't know if I want to teach you this. You
Oh,
know what?
yeah?
I'll at least explain it. I'll explain it. 42 frames is a magic number
Okay.
because it is a safe jump. So the way safe jumps work is, like, you probably heard someone say that term before. The basic idea is, if I'm plus 42 and I jump, if I use like a move that's like, I'm trying to hit you with like a meaty jump in. If I'm plus 42 and I do a meaty jump in and hold down back, if you do an OD reversal to like try and stop my pressure, it will whiff. Even though if you do anything else, it'll hit you. It's basically just a weird overlap of like the invincibility frames that you have mean that my attack will whiff and I'll land in time to block. So if you do that sequence and then you jump and do a heavy, and I will do an OD. So the exact way to do it is you jump and do your heavy and then you hold down back afterwards, and it should be safe basically. So go ahead and do the meaty.
Yep.
Oh, wrong one.
No, I just have to stop it before it gets there.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. And then you jump and do your heavy to try and hit me as I'm waking up, but hold down back. And what should happen is you will land, my OD ball will miss, and you'll be
Then
fine.
I can punish it.
And then you can punish it. So let's practice that. All right.
God damn it. That's the thing about auto combos. You have to...
Yeah. You can't mash too hard.
Oh, I forgot to hold down back. Okay.
Yep. See, you'll get there. It becomes really easy. Like, you basically can start holding down back while you're in the air.
God damn it.
Don't worry about it. This is part of the practice. Is like,
Yeah.
you'll get better at not mashing. See, now I messed up there, and notice that hit me waking up, right? So that would, if I had actually done it properly. So go ahead and do it again. This is actually good for me too, because I'm really bad at my OD wake up timing.
Yep. I messed up.
That's okay. Oh.
on! I didn't mash! Oh my god. I wonder if it might be easier for me to, like, switch to manual commands for the rest of the combo after the first hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Got it.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4. What?
It did it after 4? What happens after 3?
Okay. Yeah, 3 then.
Yeah.
1.
It looks like she does 4 moves, but she only does 3.
Oh, I forgot to hold down back.
Yep. Now notice you were blocking, so if I would have actually done my OD, it would have been fine, but we'll do it again. This is why having a not human being is also good sometimes. So I'm bad. I don't know why I can't time things properly today, but don't worry about it. In any case, that's the general idea.
And
so
to set up a dummy to practice that on, I would just have it reversal, sometimes OD, sometimes
just
anything.
Yeah, just have it OD. Just have it do an OD reversal. And the next level so it's kind of tricky because like the one thing that can be bad about, well, I shouldn't say bad, but if you have a safe jump, people are going to die to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like assume that I like do the whole thing and you can still do it. And let's assume I just hold block, right?
Oops.
Yeah. See, so that's one of those weird properties about her button. If you hit it too close to the ground, she just kind of like doesn't do it.
Yeah, Manon's is like that too.
Which I actually feel is actually like a strong thing because you can kind of fake people out. Like if they expect that that's coming, you know what you can do?
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm so proud of myself for knowing exactly what you meant.
Yep. So if you do this sequence and like the kick doesn't come out, you just fucking throw them, right? Like you just do that. So this is a good thing to know because so if we don't do this in the corner, let's just say we do this and you don't you do the medium target combo without finishing. So you edge yourself here. We take a look at the
1 second, I'm
advantage
trying
and
to
the
get my
distance
vape
away.
to work.
Oh, fair enough. Go ahead.
Okay, what do you want?
I want the medium target combo again without the super. Okay. So the safe jump is like, you can probably do it mid-screen too. So if you try doing the same thing and then you just hold forward jump and do the same thing, basically. Yeah, exactly. So that lets you chase them. But if you're holding down back, now the thing is, you're gonna want to be holding up forward the whole time. So basically, like once you get the knockdown.
Yeah. So basically, what I've been doing is so that I don't continue the auto combo is I do fast, 3, then I'm just holding jump.
Perfect. That's perfection.
So that way I don't like accidentally keep mashing.
Yeah. Can you? So one thing that they gave to Modern in this patch is so like your jumping heavy is the kick, right? If you do assisted jumping, you should get.
Oh, it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a different button. So that split kick that she does is kind of silly. Because that one is a cross up. So you can hit on either side of that. So if you jump over me, yeah. Yeah. It should. Oh, is that that's not the right one. That's a different button. God, all of her stuff is kicks. It's so annoying.
Maybe it's the light one? Or the medium one?
No. So that knee that she does.
This one?
No, the knee. The fast one.
This one?
That also crosses up for whatever reason. But you have to like, yeah, there you go, like that. And I don't know if she still has the aerial auto combo in modern.
I have a medium.
Yeah, so
go ahead and jump a couple times so I get a rhythm. 'Cause I'm bad. That one?
So she has another one. That knee, the light one. If you hit that, you can follow it up with another button. I wonder if you just hit light medium. So if you land that one and then hit medium, I wonder if it comes out.
Okay. Give me a couple jumps.
And, no, you could just hit me on the ground with it. I mean, what I mean is if you jump in at me. Yeah. Oh, it's not going to work properly because it has to. Yeah, let's not worry about it. It's not a tool that matters that much for you. But yeah, just worth knowing that you can test out your other air buttons. So like some assisted air buttons will be better for you. But yeah, so if you do one thing, so this is a good thing to know, right? Is that your medium target combo allows you to just do an easy safe jump where you just jump in with a heavy, and if you hold down back when you do it, an OD reversal will whiff, and then you can get your biggest fucking punish that you want. And if they are just blocking, you're right in their face, you just throw them.
I want to see what this ends. Okay, how do I stop this before I go into... I think that is right before it goes into the super. So 51 frame advantage there.
Yeah, so with 51 frames, the first thing I always look at for movement options is like, what is double dash, right? So for me, it's 38 frames. For you, it's 40. So with 51, that means you're plus 11. So you might be able to just put a heavy over them. Or what's her overhead in modern?
That one?
Not that one. It's
I might not have it.
That would be weird. So there's another option that you have. You were asking, when do I use the roll?
Yeah. Oh, there's an overhead.
Yeah, so that's one of them. So now notice. So let's look at the bar down there, right? So if you do the roll into that, 10, 8, 18, 21. So we've got 39 frames there. So you can sort of figure that out. Like, so that's one thing to keep in mind. So you can possibly use the roll to like land a meaty overhead. What if you roll twice and then hit the button? How much time does that kill? 10, 26, so 46, 56. So not quite enough after 51 frames.
I think the light one is also overhead.
Which, well, we can find out after.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I'll just hold down. I'll hold down back so you can test.
Oops. Okay, so only the heavy one.
Yeah, so that's a tool to consider, right? Which is like, do I want to do a meaty overhead? What sort of knockdown do I need, right? So I need 39 frames basically, to make sure that I've got those 3 active frames on them when they wake up. So if they wake up with something, they get domed. And that leaves you +2, which is the right amount to throw them. So basically, if you do that sequence, right? If you do into the overhead, and you can just throw. Because if I try to, so if you do that, yeah. So if you do the overhead thing, I'll just try to mash jab, and if you're mashing throw, it should just beat me.
Okay.
counter hit. There you
Oh
go.
shit.
See? So now you have a thing. Now, are you ready for this whole lesson to come together? I taught you 2 things, and guess what we can do now?
Okay.
We can string them together. So,
Okay.
what happens after a throw in the corner, right? We go back. What do? We dash up and we hit the medium kick, right?
Oh yeah, it was medium. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and hit the throw. I'll mash jab. And then you'll dash up, medium kick me.
Oh, I accidentally double dashed.
Yeah. Yeah, so you were a little slow, but you still traded, so it's still fine. But there you go. Now, you did the thing. So now, this is how you practice, by the way. So now, the thing is, if you find a knockdown that lets you do the meaty overhead, now you have 2 things to put back to back. You find the knockdown into the meaty overhead, so that you can then get a throw, and then after the throw, you dash up medium kick into your sequence.
Can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Can you pull up a Paint or Word document and write this out?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what, actually? Do you want to just make a Google Sheet?
Yes.
Okay, because by the way, this is what I do for Blanca. I have a Google Sheet that has all of this information in a nice, easy to access place, which is like this. After this move, I have this many frames. This is the knockdown that I get, and I just have a fucking massive thing. So if you just make yourself a Google Sheet, we can set these up, and it's nice to review because I don't know how much you were listening in when I was playing against Mango Copter in the after party at Combo Breaker, but he said something very important, and it was that your opponent can think about 2 things at once, but not 3.
Yeah.
So
yep.
if you can find 3 different things to do in 1 or 2 situations, you can run your opponents over.
Yep. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Like that's kind of like a principle of raiding. Exactly. Like there's a certain amount of mental bandwidth that you have, so you need to figure out how to do certain things peripherally. Like if you have a mechanic that's asking you to think about 4 things, you need one of them to be done by a different sense peripherally. Like if you can do it by sound, if you can do it by like.
So, can we? This will work. I need to put in a table though.
Okay,
insert.
So a throw is dash into heavy combo. Heavy combo, if I don't finish it, is overhead. I don't remember what was after the overhead.
After the overhead, throw.
And then we go back to the dash heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be able to see this the way I'm going to set this up. Ender, knockdown, meaty. We could say frame kill. This is the way that there's better ways to do this probably, but I'm just going to set it up this way for now.
And then the safe jump is at the end of the...
Yeah.
At the end of the medium assisted combo. Yeah, and I also probably need reminders of like what my assisted buttons are specifically.
Yeah, exactly. That's like a thing.
I didn't realize this was my poke.
Yeah. What I can do is I can go into there's got to be a nice easy visual thing for this, because like if I go to ultimate frame data, it tells me all the moves and all the information, which by the way, once you get nerdy enough, you don't even need training mode. You can just set this shit up in like just looking at the numbers. You see the matrix.
Yeah,
but you
but
don't
I
have
like
to
to
do that.
I like to feel it.
That's fair. All right, so I think this is, we're gonna say, oh, I also need to, all right, I know how I'm gonna do this.
I don't know
know
what
how to
that
set this up. That's the overhead. That's the normal overhead.
29 frames. That's forward medium.
So this one's really easy actually.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, and then I'll back rise. Yeah. So then you'll do. So after you do it, and I back rise, you do one dash after this. And if you do the dash immediately, we'll see exactly how far away you are and how many frames you have to work with. Yeah, you're minus 11 after 2 dashes, so. All right, plus 7. So, if your button is 10 frames or faster, you'll, like, even if I mash, you'll beat me. So, but you don't want to be too fast, right? Because if you just do like a light, you'll probably whiff. So what's your heavy?
It'd probably be this one. That's 11 frames, 12 frames. 16 frames.
9. That's a good option, potentially. Let's try that. Does that hit me if I stick out a button?
All right. How was I starting this again? I can't remember.
It's the forward medium target combo. Then you dash up and you'll hit the crouching heavy.
Crouching heavy. Okay.
Yeah. Counter hit. Let's try it when I back rise.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Counter hit. Yep. So, and now you're plus 5. So you can keep, pressuring. And like, this is how you sort of string this all together.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something that I just don't feel like I would, that
you wouldn't do this yourself.
Well, yeah, I don't think that this all makes way more sense on Elena than Manon's kit.
Yeah. Manon can do a lot of this, but it's definitely like, all right. So corner. So the reason I'm going to add this extra row, this column here for corner, right? Which is like, because some things are going to be different in the corner. So for this, we're going to say yes. This is a corner thing because this is throw. So if I throw, you are plus. Throw me in the corner. I forgot already.
24?
24, yeah. So you're plus 24. So the frame kill is dash, and the medium button is your medium kick, which is assisted.
Assisted heavy. This one?
Why is that assisted heavy? Okay, yeah, but anyway, yeah. So
it's the start of my heavy combo.
Just auto heavy.
Auto heavy, yeah.
Yep. So there you go. So there's like the way that we can sort of have this set up.
I like this.
Yep. And then, so what else was there? There was, I'm trying to think, what was the thing that we were. So what we need to figure out is how we can get you an overhead. Like that one. So that looks like that's 39 frames. So we need to figure out like what knockdown can we use. How can we do that? So
this knockdown was long. 42.
42. Right? It's so it's 39. And then you have. I wonder if you have enough active frames. So yeah, do that one, and then you can do the roll into the overhead. We'll see if it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Counter hit. There you go. So there's another corner thing, and this is the ender is Oh
Uh,
god.
um, down special forward heavy.
Yeah. Um. So that's. See, normally I would use like numpad notation, but I don't think that's like. I don't think you want that, right? You don't want me to be like 2S, because that's what it would normally be like.
I would say auto. Uh, down auto forward heavy.
Okay. You know what? We don't have to.
Down auto
We're not.
S.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Yeah. We. This is fine.
Oh wait, no, it would be just down S. Sorry,
You want it
down
down
S
S?
forward heavy.
Yeah. Down S. Because that would normally be like forward heavy would be like 6H, but like we're not gonna fuck with that. This is not gonna work properly unless I get this set up right. But it's fine. We can get it figured out. It's not a big deal. So that is, and then you're plus 42, and then the frame kill is the. We can honestly, right? If I say roll, you know what I mean, right? So
Yeah. Well then,
yeah.
yeah, you
So
could just do that roll for down S
yeah.
as well.
But you
Just
need the
roll.
finisher, right? That's the thing. Is like, yeah, I
Right,
guess.
but the roll
Oh yeah,
is the precursor to the heavy to the
gotcha.
forward
Yep.
heavy.
So roll forward heavy into forward. Yeah. So the roll into forward heavy ender, the roll into overhead ender. Uh, the frame kill is roll.
The overhead is the
Let's
same
see
thing
how.
as forward heavy, so frame ender and frame kill are the
Gotcha.
same thing.
Interesting.
I think something. Okay, so wait. So you're saying the ender
That's
here?
different.
Okay, so wait, what are we working on then?
So what's the sequence that you do for the safe jump?
Uh, that
Yeah.
that is auto 3 times.
So we can just do that. So we can just say auto x3, and that gives you the 42 knockdown. And then so
Yep.
roll into overhead is your frame kill and the meaty button. I mean, that's also the overhead, right? So that gives you the meaty overhead. And then the thing to know, right, is like so this is where the sequence that we found is like if you hit the medium kick and it's the counter hit, like you can just kind of automatically go into that combo. But with
Mm-hmm.
the overhead, you are +2. And so like that tells you what buttons you could hit afterwards. Like we chose throw because it's good. But you could also hit a light button and you'll be plus. You could hit a 6 frame button and that will like the medium kick and that will trade with their light button, right? So like this just gives you an idea of like how you could start structuring things. I don't know how advantaged counter hit. Okay, do the throw into dash medium and then don't do anything after the medium.
1 second. I
Yeah, okay.
am putting your thing on the screen so people can see what we're talking about. If we want to like
Okay.
make this a video.
Yeah, if you want to do that sort of thing, sure.
Okay.
I normally set it up in Google Sheets, but like this is fine. This will work okay. This doesn't have to be that fancy. There's people who do it much more complicated, but we don't need to overcomplicate this.
Yeah, this is just to show me.
Yeah. So don't do the rest of it. Just do the initial hit, because I want to see what your advantage is. +7.
7.
Perfect. Yep. So that lets you know, right? Like, so after you land that, you can hit a 7 frame or faster button if you're not canceling into a special. So like this is very useful for confirms where it would be challenging to know otherwise, because like I can explain why this can go badly. So if you so let's say that you dash up to do that, right? And then you try to do the full sequence and I'm just block. I'll show you what happens and why this matters. We don't have to implement it yet, but I want to show you why it matters. So you're -8 right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not good.
Yeah, and I'm not that very far away.
Exactly. So the reason why it matters and why people care about, like, why would I care about being +7 when I can just cancel into a special? It's because sometimes you're not a god gamer. You don't have the reflexes to cancel off of your, like, if I don't cancel my electricity right away here, I don't get it, right? I have to do this. So I have to commit. But if I get a counter hit here and I'm +7, I can say, all right, is there another button I can hit? Like this, Blanca can't because Blanca has problems with this. But
stubby arms.
But like, yep, stubby arms. So here's a question. Assuming that you just, let's go back to the situation. Come over here. Join me in the corner.
1 second.
Okay.
I'm resituating myself. Okay.
Okay. So the thing that you can try then is after you've dashed up and hit your medium, you can check other normals and be like, can I hit him with any other normals? So I don't have to worry about committing so hard. So I don't. Obviously, she has the 6-frame kick. I don't know if the kick will still hit if you get the counter hit. So we can try that. So after you hit that kick, you just try hitting it again. That might be hard actually on modern because of the auto combo. Yeah. So you can do that. Yeah. So
I can do it, but it requires perfect timing.
Yeah. So we could try to find a different thing, basically. So maybe she has a light kick. Yeah, so that's 5 frames, so that's fast enough, and we'll see if it's in range. So the way that you'll test that, right, is you'll throw, you'll jump up, you'll counter hit me, and then you'll try to hit the light kick afterwards. So you're in range, so maybe that works, because I know that your light kick goes into a special. I don't know which one. Oh, her light kick goes into Rhino Horn, but I don't know what Rhino Horn is.
That is back quarter.
That's the Rhino Horn is the one where she jumps through the air. So if you yeah, I can block that. Yeah, so I'll just block after the light kick. You just try different specials right here. This is lab work right here. It's like, what can I link after this? You just do that. That works. Oh, let's try it again. I can block. That one works. I know that one works.
Oh, that's just my neutral special.
Yeah, so if it's light kick into that, if it's the kick into that, that should work. Yep. So, oh my god. Did you see that number?
No.
39. You know what that magic number is?
Is it another safe jump?
It's roll into overhead.
Oh!
Yep.
Okay, so wait, what did I just do there? It was light kick.
That, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So here's the thing, right? So how do we get to the light kick? Well, we figured out how to get to the light kick, which is after you do the throw and you dash up and hit medium kick. Yeah, then you can do the light into the Rhino Horn. But yeah, this is it's coming together. We'll get there. Yeah, it's gonna take some. Yeah, you're used to that sequence. So that's what you default to, right? But like, so backing up, big picture, right? everything we're doing here, and I'll write this stuff down. Let me add some more rows to this. This is how you start developing a flowchart
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, when this situation happens, these are my follow-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the magic. So we'll just start with a bunch of corner stuff because that's just like so we need like a different chart for this because this is where you like what happens after you hit the counter hit medium kick. So this is something like here. I'll just do this. I'll add an area here. Counter hit confirms. And that is for you. That's auto heavy. Oh god damn it. Auto H. And then the light kick is what? Is it just light?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's into light, into neutral special. And then we say plus 39. And then you start having this. There you go. So like this is so you start putting together this list here, right? Where it's like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that yeah, so this is where it all comes together. And you start having things to do. Now, we should stop here. I should not give you any more
No
things.
more. No more.
No more things.
This is enough.
Yes, this is more than enough. So what we have, right, is we know that if the well, this is where this is helpful. If the ender is S, we know that that's plus 39. And the frame kill is roll overhead. And the meaty button is overhead. And you are plus 2 after that, which means that you can throw, and then you see the loop, right? It leads into throw, which leads into dash up, counter
Can
hit.
you put on there that plus 2 equals throw?
Yes, absolutely. I can do some of these things. Handy mental shortcuts. These are just things that I keep in mind too, right? Which is like plus 2 equals throw. It could also equal like a light button or stanky leg or light button plus 42 equals safe jump. And then like you could also have like if I'm this plus, like you kind of just know what your good buttons to use are, right? Where it's like so like for example, if you like her crouching heavy and you can get in range to use it, right? Like you start knowing, well, that's 9 frames, so if I'm you know, a certain amount of plus, I can do that. But yeah, and then we can just keep adding to this, like, and then and if you ever want to practice consistency, this is the joy, right? So if you set the guy up to always wake up and hit, like for me, my 4 frame is my standing light kick. So you can set it up so that you just loop those endlessly and you just build your muscle memory, right? Which is like if you can seamlessly do sequences where you're like roll into overhead resulting in throw, and then I dash up, get the counter hit into Rhino Horn, which leads into the roll into the overhead, which leads into the throw, and you could just loop those and do
They're
like
in the
5 or 6.
blender.
Yeah, and you're in the blender, and you just loop that and see if you can like. That's like your training regimen. Is like, can I loop this 10 times without messing up? And you won't immediately get to 10, right? You start with like, can I do it 5 times, not mess up? And then you could say, can I do it 6? And like,
Okay.
eventually, and it's not because you're always going to be able to run that exact same sequence in a match, but it's just saying if I can do those back to back 10 times, my muscle memory and timing for stitching them together seamlessly will be perfect. And the only thing you need to do to make it so you can practice that is set the dummy to wake up with a light button. Done. You can practice now.
That's a 44, which means I can probably also go back into roll overhead. Okay. Is it time to go into the battle? Or, yeah, I'm gonna go set up a dummy. No. No, I'm gonna go press some buttons. I'm gonna go hit Sim for a little bit, and maybe some Battle Hub, and then we'll see. We'll unleash unranked. I feel much better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get you a list of the best buttons for her, because I know what they are, and I just want to know what they are in modern.
Yeah, and now that because I'm not good at looking at charts, like
Yeah.
it just they don't speak to me very well unless it's
Gotcha.
like a logic chart. So like the fact that you had me pressing the buttons and showing me while you put this together,
Yeah,
I can actually read this and it's actually helpful to me. So thank you.
and now you can just add to it, right? If you find, hey, I ended with this, it gave me, and like you don't have to have it fully filled out, right? This is the joy of this sort of thing. Let's say that you find a new knockdown, and you're like, it's plus 27.